Hi, I'm Michelle. Our goal is to empower those who empower our youth, and we hope you're looking forward to this reflective learning experience as much as we are excited to help you explore this course that we built just for you. Be ready to engage in the reading and activities that we've carefully prepared and grow in reflective practices. Each unit contains reading related videos, researched articles that support the topics presented in that unit. Read the information you see, complete at the end of each video, at the end of each article, and at the end of each activity, and be sure to complete the reflections after each unit. After each video, each reading, and each article, take the time to respond to the reflection questions. There is one reflection question designed to enhance deep learning after each component in each unit. In this course, you will develop your ability to engage in reflective practices. We have prepared an interesting and engaging, fascinating and intriguing exploratory course with topics related to emotional intelligence, intrapersonal relationships, interpersonal relationships, project-based learning, and making every moment count as you dig deep into organizing, keeping your expectations high, and becoming a reflective practitioner. Start with the introduction unit. And then in that unit, you will study emotional intelligence. Complete the pre-reflections. Get to know us, the facilitators, and examine the course overview. This way, you're off to a good start. Take your time and be reflective.
Hi, fellow teachers. I'm April, including and especially substitute teachers. In Unit 2, you will receive support, encouragement concerning self-awareness, self-care for you, the teacher, to model and pass on to the students you are responsible for in the classroom. We will provide tools, information from decades of experience and continued education. We even have lesson plans, activities, and case study discussions. To assist teachers, again, especially substitute teachers, in the modern classroom that are enhanced with current trendy dynamics, is what I call it. We can help. Look to us to assist you with some answers, applicable methodology, and again, encouragement. You'll need it. And that encouragement will come with tools that you can use for yourself and for your students in the classroom. I hope you watch and take a listen. Thank you.
Greetings. We welcome you to Unit 3 of our Trust component, Interpersonal, Social Emotional Awareness, and Focus. The focus is on building relationships between administrator, teacher, student, parent, and community. There's an old adage that says, "No man is an island," which resonates loudly when considering how integral relationships are in crafting effective communication channels. Without the necessary skills in communication and behavior management, it's not likely that those invested, that they will have a capacity to craft sustainable relationships. As technological beings today, we are more isolated and individualized than ever before. Today's generations, they are digital natives who have found very little use for forging relationships, neither nuclear or extended. And with this dynamic in mind, it becomes more problematic throughout society, as well as in the homes, the classroom, and the community. No man who lives and interacts with others can be an island and stand alone. Actually, no man should want to. The question becomes, how do we marry a communal concept of the village model with today's concept of every man for himself, or I don't need anyone but me? It begins with building relationships that bridges the gap between the differences, whether they're good or bad, positive or negative. And as chief communicator, facilitator, teacher, administrator, student, parent, or even community person, when placed in a position of leadership, we must understand what dynamics are progressive and what dynamics are likely to thwart progress. The clue word here is triggers, which can either exacerbate the situation or enhance it, depending on whether it's a positive trigger or a negative trigger. Triggers are the behaviors or words that incite potential problems. How we communicate dictates the outcomes of how information is received, acted upon, and then returned to the sender. I hope to give a clear understanding of how to craft and cultivate effective communication skills that will allow a pathway for building sustainable relationships. As the primary communicator and leader, you will learn how to cultivate communication skills to minimize negative outcomes, identify the impact body language and vocal tones have in diminishing effective communication channels, recognize the triggers and their impact on antecedent behaviors, demonstrate how to deliver constructive feedback, model how to disagree without confrontation, nurture and strengthen relationships, and in order to make all of this a possibility, you must construct a plan of action. What should that look like? Now, as a primary communicator, no matter our station, we are the gatekeepers for productive learning in our various environments, which is predicated by the many hats that we wear. We must become aware of which words or behaviors incite or excite. What behaviors shut you down or cause you to soar? What leadership style will best serve you, the person, the student, and the situation? How we transmit this information should be with restorative practices and never with punitive actions. And it should be customized to the needs of this person. Again, Unit 3, so interpersonal, social emotional awareness, has the wherewithal, it has the capacity to bridge the gap between student, parent, educator, administrator, teacher, and with the community as well. So come join us. You will be well informed and well fed. Thank you. I am more than certain that you will be impacted in such a positive way with Unit 3. So join us.
Good afternoon. My name is Jamila Kareem, and I'll be talking about Unit 4. In Unit 4, we're talking about project-based lessons or project-based learning, which are usually utilized together. We know as an educator, teacher, substitute teacher, even an administrator, planning your lesson isn't an easy task, but yet it's something that we have to do. And when we do it and do it correctly and do it well, we know it makes our task a lot easier. With PBL, we need to start with some essential questions. Questions that you first ask yourself before you ask your students. We start off with, what do we want our students to know? How do we want them to get to what we want them to know? And then we can also ask ourselves, where do we want our lessons to take them? What are some of the crucial tasks and skills that we want this lesson or project to demonstrate, to determine their skill level and mastery, and that requires them to accelerate in the ability to acquire feedback and to be able to demonstrate revision if necessary. Because these are things that we require of ourselves as the educator. So we know that PBL assists in the development of creating critical, logical thinkers, which leads our students to an area of self-discovery, one where they can show mastery in their presentation, where they demonstrate understanding of critical thinking skills throughout the process. They will demonstrate what they learn through collaborative learning. They will demonstrate what they understand and what they're seeking to learn or master through their projects. It allows them as the learner to discern which path they want to go. We want our learners to show us, demonstrate that they understand what we have given them. And yes, we do it through testing and all that, but project-based learning can also demonstrate the same requirements.
It's Michelle again. In Unit 5, there are opportunities for you to reflect upon new ways to engage your students, the students that you teach, in restorative practices and in active learning. You will learn to encourage and nurture students so that you can build a supportive environment and that you and your students can have a peaceful and productive learning experience where deep learning happens. You will begin to engage in reflective teaching as a professional development process. You will begin to examine your curricular choices and behavior management choices in a reflective way. We also encourage you to leave us feedback and let us know how to improve this course. We value your opinion. Be sure to complete the post reflections at the end so you can see and measure your growth. And in the next course, you will learn to engage in the process required to gather data about your students, what you taught, whether it worked or not, and why, and what they've learned, how they responded to your teaching. You're going to learn to interpret that data and use it to plan for future teaching and learning. You will learn to dedicate time to evaluate your own teaching practices and use it as a tool for continuous improvement. Again, take your time, be reflective, and enjoy the course.